Right, so we're back again with this Eliza Tinsley chair all assembled. Pretty straightforward. Bolts for the arms. There's 4 bolts to attach the seat to the back. I'm just going to turn this up on end, hopefully without dropping it. There we go. So yeah, you can see under there's 4 bolts, that's securing the seat to the back, 4 bolts holding the mechanism together. The lever on the left allows you to tilt and lock the back seat position, and the one on the right allows you to adjust the height. All pretty simple. What I would say is, when you're putting the bolts in to the arm, you might find this a bit of a struggle. If that's the case, just slacken the 4 screws holding the seat to the back. They're elongated holes, and if you just loosen them slightly, you can move the base backwards and forwards slightly to allow these screws to go in much more easily. I'm just going to put the camera down while I stand this back up again. And we'll go to the first problem. Let's see if we can get a close shot. This is leather. It's leather face, so I assume probably the cushion is leather, this bit, and this probably isn't. And if you look here, you can see that that's been damaged in the manufacturer. You can see the sort of fibre of the material they've used, and then somebody has, you can't quite see it in this light, but there is a glue-like substance that has been smeared over the top of that, which I think they were probably hoping to get away with. At 290 quid, they certainly won't be getting away with that level of crap. I should be straight on to Amazon to get a replacement, because that is not good enough. It's clearly been done at the factory, and it's got glue over the top of it. Can't really quite see that. You can feel it with your finger. It's like a super glue feeling. Hopefully you can see that. So yeah, pretty disappointed with that. Had a fair bit of trouble with Amazon recently. This was ordered last week and didn't turn up on the day it was supposed to. Got an email saying there was some unknown problem, and they didn't know when it was going to be resolved, so I had to phone up and get that order cancelled and then reorder the chair. Now, it is very comfortable actually. My workbench, the main one I use, is just the right height for this to be set at its lowest level, and I've got some measurements here if anyone is considering one of these chairs. Now, the lowest seat height is 22 inches. It's quite hard to measure because of this padding that can take a few seconds to raise back up again. So about 22 is the lowest seat height. When it's raised up, it's about 24.5 inches. The arm height, the highest part, is about here. If you need to get this under a bench or something similar, lowest is 30.5, and again you would think, based on the seat measurements of difference of 2.5 inches, that would be 33 at the highest, but it actually measures about 33.5 at the highest when it's raised up, and 30.5 when it's low down. And that discrepancy, as I said, just this thickness here, is hard to measure. So that's that. The width between the arms here to here is 20.5. The depth from here going to the back, and most, the usable sort of part back here, is 19.5, and the height from here right up to the top, actually if you look at that, you can probably see that that's a bit wonky. It's all squished on here, and then it raises up to here. So that's not been very well padded at all. It's not correct. It shouldn't be creased like that. It should be up higher, and then it wouldn't look quite so wonky, as hopefully you can see in the video. But yeah, as I say, it is very comfortable. It's very well made, apart from that stupid bit of damage that they've tried to get away with there. The screws are well made, everything lined up very nicely, apart from the arm possibly. As I said, if you just loosen that base, so you can move the base just to get this screw in here, you might find that easier. Then just lock up the screws. All screws and an Allen key are supplied, a couple of spares, and you've also got a spare silver blanking plate, which goes in the arms here in case you lose one. So yeah, that would be getting pretty near full marks if it wasn't for the damage done, and also the slightly wonky top where the padding has not been put in properly. I don't really think that's excusable on a £289 chair. It's not like you've skimped and bought some piece of tat from wherever. I can't see any other marks on it anywhere. That is just really unfortunate, and it's probably going to need another one to be sent out, and me to strip this one and try and get it back in its box somehow, which is now outside in the recycling pile. So I'll have to go and grab that out of the rain, and then get on to Amazon. So yeah, could have been perfect, but not quite. Comfort wise, I think it is ideal. As I said, the left arm, I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand, but you lift it up and then you can tilt the whole thing backwards and forwards. When you get a comfy position, you can lock it in place. If you want to move it again, just lift that up, rock the back slightly, that will release the mechanism, and then you can bring it fully forward or anywhere else. In this case it's fully forward, and then you can lock. This one, as I say, just brings the chair up, or use your weight to bring it down, and then you can put it back down. There is another adjustment under here, and assume that is just for your weight and how easy it is to tilt the chair backwards and forwards. I'm looking at the instructions here, but you can see them there, really basic, and it doesn't actually describe what that mechanism does underneath this piece here, but I'm sure it's something to do with adjusting your weight, and the maximum weight on this I believe was 25 stone, so I'm just within that. Anyway, I hope that was helpful, and I'll update you on what Amazon do and how long that takes to get resolved, because that is annoying. Okay, catch you later.